In this video, I'm going to share some of the tips on varnishing your work. And so today I'm going to be varnishing my painting that I produced in Banff. This is the view onto Bow River that was done in town of Banff. The paint is finally fully dry. I've mounted it on a panel. So as you guys know, I paint on paper, but now it's fully ready to be varnished. So depending on the type of varnish you use, if you use a Demar varnish, it's recommended to wait 6 months to a year. In this case, I'm using Gamvar gloss. The manufacturer recommends to wait about pretty much as long as it takes for the paint to be dry, and the paint is dry at this point. So it's been about 2 weeks since I produced this piece, so the paint is fully dry. Now, there are a few reasons why you want to apply varnish onto your work. First, it will make your painting look even. So as your paint dries, and it's less of a problem when you paint in one shot like alla prima, but if you work in multiple layers, there are times where your darks will get more pale, so they get matted because the oil sinks in. Another reason where varnish is useful is that it protects your painting from any dust and scratches. So that being said, here's how I like to apply my varnish. I start by pouring my varnish into a small container. In this case, I'm using the lid from the bottle, varnish bottle. It's more than enough for the first layer of varnish because you need very little. Now, you might have seen videos of people pouring varnish onto the painting directly. On a small format, it's not a big deal. On large format, you've got to be more careful because you might end up with an uneven amount of varnish over your painting. So what you need for this step is simply applying the varnish from left side to the right side, and you want to make sure that your brush is clean. In this case, I'm simply using a brand new brush, and you want to apply a very thin amount of layer for the first layer, and simply cover the entire surface. Now, I like to apply my varnish in 2 layers. The second layer will be much thicker, but this layer is just very nice and thin. The reason why I recommend applying 2 layers of varnish is because at times you might think that the painting is fully covered, but in about a month, some areas might appear more shiny than others. And so applying your varnish in 2 layers, both in horizontal and vertical direction, allows you to make sure that the whole painting is fully covered. If you're not sure whether you did cover the whole thing, all you need to do is just place your painting against the light. As you see here, there's a bunch of glare, and you'll see that the whole painting is fully covered. Now that the varnishing process is complete, there's one last step. At this point, there is fresh varnish over the painting, and for the next 2 hours, this varnish will turn into glue and it will absorb any single piece of dust. If there's a fly, it will all stick into it. So what I like to do is I have these plastic containers that are amazing. I get them at dollar store, but anything that can protect your painting from getting dust, especially in the first 24 hours, you just want to protect it as much as you can. So what I like to do is simply place it in there. You don't have to fully cover it so that some air would go in, but simply covering it like this and just let it be laid flat. Don't rush to hang your painting. Let the varnish fully establish itself. Just let it sit, let it dry, and you'll have a beautiful varnished painting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please leave your questions in the comments down below.